Good morning, student. Today we are going to start with chapter 3rd, part 1 only, statistic for economics. Okay, we are going to continue with 3 lessons, that is the methods of statistic. First we have finished with collection of data, then organization of data, and then presentation of data. So these 3 lessons are linked to each other. That is why we are going to complete with statistic for economics. So today chapter 3rd, that is organization of data. In the last chapter we have already learned collection of data. We have already learned that we are going to collect the data with 2 sources, that is primary source and secondary source, and we have seen the sampling method and the census method in detail, right? So we have now collected the full data, but while collecting of data, it was mismatched. Only we have collected all the information, but that cannot be helping us to conclude the matter or conclude the things or come to some conclusion. So we have to organize the data in a systematic manner which will help us to come to some conclusion. Right? Am I right? Because we have to arrange the data. Arranging of data means organization of data. Organizing in a systematic manner where we can immediately take out, or it is understandable. It should be comprehensive. Right? So these data should be organized in a systematic manner so that we can analyze the things. We can come to a conclusion. So the meaning of organization of data means the data is collected, but it is mismatched. It can be complex also or non-understandable. We cannot click immediately with the raw data. So collection of data is basically a raw data. Okay, so that raw data cannot collect it immediately, means we cannot understand the things by its complexity, right? So it should be organized in a proper manner, in a systematic manner to help us to analyze and interpret it. Okay, because analyzing is also important and interpretation on it is also very important. For that purpose we have to organize the data. Organize means arrange the data. Now in that, first we have to sort the data, isn't it? Now sorting of the data is nothing but classification of data. Now in our schooling time also, we have learned many type of questions to classify. Classify as per their characteristics. Metal things separate, wooden things separate, right? Plastic materials separate. So we are sorting the things as per their characteristics, isn't it? So that classification with the data is very, very important. As we all know, the data is statistical manner, but the information should be in a tabulation form where we can analyze it properly. So for that we have to classify. Classify by its characteristics, maybe by color, maybe by its importance, maybe by its uses, maybe by its originality, like that. So when we are classifying the things, we are putting them into a separate group in a particular group, that is called classification. So here the classification meaning is what? The definition of classification is what? Classification is the process of arranging data into sequence and groups according to their common characteristics. Okay, or separating them into different but related parts. If for the clothing you are going to separate, you will separate Punjabi dress, you will separate western outfits, you will separate traditional, you will separate sari, you will separate dhoti, like that. So they are their common characteristics, common identity of that particular things, objects we can say. So classification is meaning, I hope everybody has understood. Now here by the economic point. Classification we are going to see in a technical manner. Like the characteristics of classification is what? First, their similarity. Similarity. We are choosing the objects which are similar to each other. If we are separating or classifying the things which are based on color, then red color means red color objects will be together in grouping. Black color means black color objects will be grouping. Immediately when we put green color in a black color, we say it's odd. That is, so odd should not be there. So similar things, similarity is the main characteristics of classification. Then dissimilarity. Dissimilarity helps it to provide about the mutual relationship. Okay, mutual relationship among the elements or a set. Okay, suppose you are separating the books other than textbooks, separating the textbook other than notebook. So any kind of or any type of subject will be in the textual form of group, right? No notebook will be in the textbook group, isn't it? So dissimilarity, but they are kind of textbook, maybe of different type, but its final characteristic is textbook, so it will be in that. So sometimes dissimilarity is also a characteristics of classification. I hope the second point is also understood. Now the third thing is homogeneity. Homogeneity means what? The homogeneity is the data which groups and brings the point of similarity and dissimilarity together, right? So when this homogeneity, in English also we have homophonic, sounds same, spelling different, right? So homogeneity is also very, very important over here. So homogeneity is also a characteristic which we covered in classification. So today's lecture, children, we have understood what is the meaning and introduction of organization of data. What we have learned? Organization data means arranging the data in a systematic manner which will be comfortably used for analyzing and interpretation. Okay? So, then we have seen meaning of classification. Classification means sorting of data, separating them into as per their characteristic and as per their uses. It will also help us to comprehend the things very fast. Okay, wooden things are separated, so immediately we can pass a statement. Oh, these things are made up of wood. And the odd things which are there in it, we can remove. Oh, it's not made of wooden. So it will be, so that is helping of classification. Then we have seen characteristics of classification. Why we have to classify the things? Why we have to sort the things? So, we have to sort the things because many things are similar, but they have their own characteristic, own difference in them. Difference in color, difference in sizes, difference in shapes, right? Like that. Then dissimilarity. Dissimilarity means the content is same, the uses are same, but maybe size, shape, color may be different, but their character or their category is same. Then third characteristics we have seen, that is homogeneity. Homogeneity is nothing but having similarity in meaning, but uses are different. So these three characteristics are very important in classification. I hope this point is clear. I am taking only little point because you have to prepare for your exam also. For this exam we have 4 lessons. Statistic for economics, first 2 lessons, and then introductory of economics, first 2 introductory of to microeconomics, 2 lessons. These 4 lessons will be there for your exam. So you are preparing for the exam, that is why I am not going fast and for more data in everyday's lecture. Okay, so small point I will be clearing. In the next lecture we will see the objectives of classification. Okay, thank you.